Hello, welcome to ScrumMaster.com. Welcome to ScrumMaster channel. As a way of introduction, my name is JB, John Bosco. If this is the first time you're visiting me, thank you and welcome to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you always for trusting me with my content and for what we do here in terms of Agile and Scrum. All right, so for some time now, I've been trying to walk us through in terms of what a Scrum Master does. Today, I'll be sharing with you another perspective on how to look or how to understand the role or the responsibilities of a Scrum Master. Today, I'll be talking about what is called different hats that a Scrum Master can put on. At some time, the Scrum Master might put on a different hat depending on the situation. A Scrum Master is always versatile in terms of Scrum, and if the team is working on different environments, the Scrum Master puts on different hats to support what the team is working on. So today I'll basically try to narrow down the responsibilities of a Scrum Master into 7 categories, which I narrowed down to the 7 hats of a Scrum Master. So again, I'm going to pull up my board and then we can get started for today. All right. Okay, so today we'll be looking at Scrum Master, 7 different hats of a Scrum Master. Like I said initially, Scrum Master performs a number of duties. All right, we understand that Scrum Guide summarizes the different functions of a Scrum Master. It could be his duties or how he could collaborate with a product owner, how he can help an organization to transition from waterfall to agile or to maintain agile, or how he or she could also work with developers to make sure that they are really doing efficiently well. All right, so today like I said, I tried to narrow down all of these into 7 categories. 1, the Scrum Master is a servant leader. The Scrum Master is a facilitator. The Scrum Master is a coach. The Scrum Master is a mentor. The Scrum Master is a teacher. The Scrum Master is an impediment remover. The Scrum Master is a change agent. These are basically the 7 different hats that a Scrum Master puts on. All of these different hats are summarized in the Scrum Guide when Scrum Guide says that the Scrum Master is primarily responsible to help establish Scrum and interpret Scrum theory and practices. Right? I don't think it is possible for a Scrum Master to be a servant leader if the person involved cannot or wouldn't be a servant leader or doesn't know how to facilitate a meeting or any of the ceremonies, or can coach or mentor or teach or remove blockers or help to maintain agility through change, through making the transition, or through helping the team to transition from one environment to another. The main purpose of today, we're not going to get into the detail in each of these 7 categories because they are really, really huge. What I intend to do today is to give us that highlight of each of these 7 different hats. Okay, starting with servant leader. What does it mean to be a servant leader? A servant leader is a selfless leader, someone who puts the interests of other people ahead of himself or herself before his own interests or her own interests. That is what servant leadership is all about. Okay, so if you are a religious person, perhaps you must have read in the Bible about how Jesus Christ was able to put people's interests before his own interests, right? But I'm not trying to, make you religious, but I'm trying to, draw a connection between that religious aspect of servant leadership to that of Scrum. As a servant leader, the Scrum Master is always interested in the interests, or is so much concerned about how he can help the team, how he can help the organization, how he can help to resolve whatever problem people that he is working with before his own difficulties or challenges. That is about servant leader. In fact, what summarizes is that is servant leader is someone who is a servant, but servant in not in such a way like we see as a slave, but servant, someone who is willing, who is available to work. One of the things I do if I'm going to an organization or if I am applying for a job is, how does the culture of the company or the organization support my profession as a Scrum Master? Or how does it align with my personal, personal interest to help? If you are desiring to become a Scrum Master and you don't like to help people, I don't think you will become an efficient Scrum Master. A Scrum Master is always available to help, available to work, able to jump in and help when required. That is servant leader. Someone who is always available. At each point in time, he's willing to, use his skill and experience and knowledge to help to resolve issues. That is about servant leader. Facilitation. A facilitator is someone who helps to make things easy. Facilitator is someone who does the job. Facilitation is the act of doing the job. Okay? Now, what does it mean to facilitate? Facilitate or facilitation is originally from a French word called facile. What that means is someone who makes it easy. A facilitator is someone who makes meetings or sections to be efficient and easygoing. In Scrum, we have different ceremonies and events or practices, be that sprint planning, be that daily stand-up, sprint review, and all of those ceremonies. Scrum Master is always at the forefront of facilitating those. What that means is someone who can be able to keep people in check when people are trying to drill off from the main purpose of that conversation or that discussion. He or she is the one that will be able to say, okay, we can do it this way. We haven't come to that agenda yet. He's always making sure that the team can meet their sectional targets or the goal for each ceremony. That is a facilitator. I've already put up a video about how to become a great facilitator, or things you should be able to keep in mind if you are going to facilitate a meeting or a section or a workshop, be that as it may. Coach. Sometimes, have you wondered, sometimes you see job postings saying we are looking for agile coach, we are looking for scrum coach. Look at a coach from the perspective of a football or soccer or any sport. I believe that every sport do have a coach. What does that mean? Someone who can see what you don't see. Someone who can be able to give you that guidance. It is not a mentor. Coaching and mentorship are different things altogether, okay? But coaching is in terms of giving you that perspective. Someone who has more experience, who throws the light, right? So that is a coach. A mentor is more or less on the closeness of one-on-one. Someone you can share some let's say a secret. A mentor. That is why you hear mentoring section, right? So a Scrum Master is a mentor. When a Scrum Master is, for example, having a workshop section, he is coaching, he is doing the coaching section. But when a Scrum Master is having a one-on-one interaction with either a developer or a tester or either of the stakeholders, he is mentoring the person involved. So coaching has to do with, most of the times, in a public space, while mentorship goes in kind of that close, behind the closed doors in terms of one-on-one. Okay, a teacher. The Scrum Guide kind of makes it more clear as saying that someone who helps to establish the Scrum. It is only a teacher that can help to establish. something. Scrum Master simply means master of Scrum. And if somebody is a master in an act, the person is invariably a teacher in that art. Right? So Scrum Master is someone who teaches Scrum to the team, to individuals, to organization. Right? He is trying to explain to them the content of the Scrum Guide, even though the Scrum Guide is not a compendium of Scrum. But he teaches Scrum in such a way that people can understand. For example, I'm a Scrum Master. See this, my teaching aspect of my profession as this content I'm doing, right? I am teaching you on how you can be able to understand the different hats that a Scrum Master puts on. That is a teacher. Impediment remover. See impediment as a blocker. Sometimes, or if not all the times, when team members are working on a product or when they are trying to deliver an increment, they might run into a blocker, something that really, inhibits the progress of that delivery. The Scrum Master should be able to step in and understand what the blocker is and then help to resolve the blocker. We understand that there are basically three types of blockers. You have technical blockers, you have social blockers, and you have product blocker. Social blocker has to do with the Scrum process, right? Let's say a team member is having problem with his or her tool. You can be able to escalate so that will be resolved very fast. So that by doing that, you are saving the developer or the team member the time to keep working. Technical blocker, let's say there is a kind of code break when they are doing the coding and they needed or they have done a pull request, which is PPR, right? Or anything like that in the GitHub or any kind of working space, right? The developers are the ones most of the times to be able to resolve that. I mean, you can provide some guidance if they are lacking some directives, but most of the times the developers should be able to do that. Products impediment has to do with the items in the backlog. The PO, the product owner, should be able to help to resolve. But in a situation where the PO lacks or struggles with what to do, the Scrum Master should be able to help. Then the final one is a change agent. Change. There is a Chinese proverb that says, when the wind of change blows, some people open their gates while others build walls. Sometimes when a team or when an organization are attempting to transition from waterfall to agile, they might struggle on what to do. Or when a team is moving away from doing Scrum to being Scrum, they want to change, but sometimes they are uncomfortable. A Scrum Master is the one that will be able to enhance, engineer that process, right? Even though sometimes team members might feel uncomfortable with that process, but the Scrum Master will be able to guide them, support them, encourage them to keep moving, right? So that's what I mean by change agent. Agent is someone who escalates or who engineers or who fires up a process. In this situation, change. What is the change? Moving from one situation or one environment to another, perhaps from doing Scrum to being Scrum, right? I mean, there are other hats that a Scrum Master might put on. Some people say a Scrum Master is a manager, right? But these are essentially the different hats that a Scrum Master puts on, right? I'm going to make videos explaining in details, perhaps using situation or scenarios to explain each of these different hats for more contextual understanding. But for today, I just wanted to just in case for people who are in an interview process and then they are trying to understand or summarize the different responsibilities of a Scrum Master, right? This is not more or less on the characteristics of or what makes an excellent Scrum Master or what makes a good Scrum Master. No, this is more or less the roles that a Scrum Master could do or perform in among Scrum team members. You could see this video as module 1 of different roles that a Scrum Master performs. Because definitely a Scrum Master performs his role on individual level, on the team level, and on the organizational level. All right. For people, that's where we're going to stop for today. If you are looking for a place where you can enroll in a Scrum class and get detailed information about Scrum, right? I would encourage you to visit www.ineedscrummaster.com so that you'll be tutored, you'll be given the best when it comes to Scrum and Agile. It is a 6-week class where you have that close classroom interaction between myself and yourself in a way that you'll be carried from the theoretical aspect of Scrum to the practical aspect of Scrum. If you are practicing professional Scrum Master and you think that there are kind of another hat that I left behind, please go ahead and put that in the comment section. If you're also wondering or need more explanation on each of these hats that I explained, please don't fail to put in the comment section. If you want to reach to me, you can email me at info@ineedscrummaster.com, and then I will be able to respond to you as soon as I can. If you're also looking to have a coaching section, visit ineedscrummaster.com, and then you can be able to book a section with me free. I mean free, and then we can work that together. All right, so if you always, I would encourage you to click the subscribe button if this is the first time, and like and share this video. Tell your friends, tell your colleagues about this, and then let's grow this channel together. Thank you always for trusting me. Thank you always for visiting me. I am so grateful. It is because of you that I'm always releasing this content. I'm hoping to see you always. And in the meantime, I wish you well and hope you have a wonderful time. Bye for now.